Hello gamers. This is the thing. This is the voice. This is it. And my voice decided to revolt when I tried to speak normally. And so this is what you're getting today. Barely a whisper. Of course, I'm starting the actual stream a little bit early to make sure I can have everything set up and to make sure nothing is borked. I also need to make sure my music is balanced against the volume that my voice is at because I'm fully aware that I'm not talking very loudly. Just I need to make sure I can hear the music. Cool. Then I'll need to make sure you guys can hear the music, but have it not murder your ears compared to my voice. And in order to do that, I have to first get this website to register that I am streaming. Okay, cool. Seems like that worked just dandy. Fine and dandy, if you will. If you hear me moving the mic and all, it is probably to cough away from it so that I do not ear blast everyone. Funny moment. That was an ad that ear blasted me, but luckily I had it muted for y'all, and so you heard nothing. By the way, can I just say that this whole creator dashboard thing is great? The whole, like, what is it called? Like, stream manager? It is phenomenal that this thing exists. I was thinking of wanting to raid someone today, but who knows? I'll have to see later. Probably depends on how many people we get. I don't want to raid someone with like 2 people. Because I could. There's no reason why I couldn't. Need to make sure that this is okay. So I've got one person watching on the YouTubes. Hello. Attempting to set up stream real quick since it's supposed to start at 9. Give people some time to come in and hang out. If you want to say hi in chat, let me know. Well, I guess just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Say hi in chat. Or that's fine too. Interesting. I can pop this out. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so, which is once again accusing me of having too low of a bitrate. Or sorry, too high. The games. It is now the official start time. So we are beginning our gaming. I will turn my music up for y'all, I think. It shows that it is coming up, but maybe not as much as one might want. I have no idea. Let me know whether that's enough or not. Oh yeah, for the sub and follower goal stuff, I'll probably, I don't know, I'll leave the sub goal on the screen because that allows me to make more pumpkin emotes. That's Twitch subs, by the way. I'm technically not an affiliate yet, which is very funny because I'm allowed to make the sub emotes anyway. I'm also allowed to be, well, sub to, even though I am not an affiliate. I don't think I get anything from it, but there it is. For the YouTube subscribers, I should have a stream elements thing built in. Members too. And then I've made a bunch of emotes for that as well. So regardless of whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, there are ways to get to the point where I can unlock more subs for you, or sorry, more emotes for you guys. And all of the emotes are made with Pumpkin's face, so, or his whole body, really. It's just pictures of Pumpkin that I edit into an emote. So, let's go. It's time for the
Daisy_1A just followed.
Thanks for the follow, gamers. I completely forgot I set that sound alert up with Twitch, and that scared the daylights out of me. I have a public Discord if you want to use that. I don't add people privately on Discord. If you go to my YouTube channel, it should be in the description of one of my videos, or the description of this stream. I don't remember. It might not be in the description of this stream on YouTube, but it'll definitely be somewhere over there. It's a permanent link, so it shouldn't have expired. Okay. Oh, that's for the server. Honors, I'll just say it. I ranked up, so I got that. Does that mean that I can do a funny? No, it absolutely does not. By the way, for those who may have missed last stream, I accidentally, without thinking, used 4 of these on Tan 2. So that is now the reason why Estella is not already maxed out completely. It is 100% because I am blind. So, we're going to be doing some of our weekly stuff today. Oh, that was almost maxed out. That's funny. If you couldn't tell, I've not really played a whole lot. Boy, that is loud. Okay, so we've got 31 of these limited draws, 9 of the standard ones. The month is not passed, so, and then we could potentially get like 5 or 6 more, probably leaning on 6. So, of either of them, but probably of the limited ones. Blind. Oh, someone's applied. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Any plans today? Here's today's agenda.
So, for today, we're going to be doing some weekly stuff. What this typically would mean is I'm going to be vibing with some, legendary campaign, all that. If I feel like the game is too loud compared to the music, I'll either turn the music up or turn the game down. because I am fully aware of the fact that my voice is not exactly commanding attention through volume over the game, so. Alrighty, gamers. Let's send some people in to do strikes. Why not? That way I don't have to do them myself. Unfortunate Ikora. Probably get Ikora up really fast. I mean, someone's wanting me to level her up, so. Okay, don't remind me again. I don't care. I did accidentally use one of those, but it's fine. Those are like one of the easiest materials to get in this game. Tax wise, I basically just put her in the same stuff that I put one of these characters in. Check this out. There we go. So she's now here and kind of leveled up, not really. I'll even chuck that on, why not? Nope. And I guess that's the only exotic she can use, so. That's all for now. Alright. So yes, gamers. Here, I'll do this. I'll turn the music up a little bit. Adjusting right. Oh wait, and then it should be fine. Alright, so let's I think it would just be okay, it's challenged. Oh, I didn't even realize I need to redeem this too. Spending 1500 pinnacle energy. Nice.
Any plans today?
I mean, we could do some very simple things, such as. Let me check what you just said, Crimson. Because, like always, my YouTube chat is a little funny. Is maintenance over? As far as I'm aware, maintenance isn't going on anymore. I'm in the game. I also got the Lumia leaves for it too. So my game is acting a little funny, so.
Here's today's agenda.
Maybe there's a little bit of something left over.
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
Yeah, I don't think whatever I'm doing is fixing it. So I'm just gonna try and teleport elsewhere. Yeah, I'm just doing a. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm just trying to do some chill stuff, but the game is not behaving very well at the moment. I know it's not my computer, because all the stream stuff was great. It's just the game is not responding. One moment, I'm going to restart the game real quick, because, well, wait. Oh no, I definitely have to restart the game. It's completely frozen. Okay. Alright, gamers. Time to restart Destiny Rising, because the game has decided that it does not want me to play it today. It should be quick, though. For now, of those who are here, how are y'all doing? I know I saw someone named Daisy over in the Twitch. No idea. Actually, I can check if she's still viewing. She's not still viewing. Goodbye, Daisy. You came here to try and add me on Discord and then left. I assume that's a bot. And Crimson, did you do any Calamity Ops type stuff? Anything like that? I know all those rewards went out today too. Or yesterday, one of the two. So this looks a bit better. It's definitely not as annoyingly frozen. Is this silvered out? I don't understand. Oh, bruh. Yep, here I am. Okay. Guys,
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
I'm gonna do some chill gaming. Some very chill gaming. Finishing Metro time. How does this sound? A little bit louder than the music. Sounds fine to me.
I'll protect her with my life, old friend.
Be sure to check your progress for all ongoing tasks.
So I can turn down a lot of that. So I'm playing with this Umiko build. It's one I plan to put a video on tomorrow. It's not exactly built to do this kind of content, but why not? It's very interesting building a build like this because most of the other characters I've made builds for, you can kind of perform well on your own, and you can here too, but the way her build works doesn't work very well with the leaderboard system. because she boosts other people's damage by causing enemies to take more damage. So the people who already do more damage are just going to keep doing more damage than her. So even though the boss dies quicker, it won't actually show that she's contributing more because her damage doesn't increase on the leaderboard. At least as far as I can tell. If that is incorrect and I am stupid, let me know.
Peace and quiet.
Sparrow. This looks like it's going to be a little bit farther than I thought it was going to be. Very far, actually.
Light bearers, I see you're in position. Follow the transport and guard it.
Hunting void!
Oh, that's very funny. Ew, I'll try you in the face, not in your shield. So it's done. Full glimmer heist thing. Or I'm putting out a video on this. I could probably. I mean, I'm wondering if should I join them or I have no idea. I was chilling here with them for a little bit. Where is my? Oh, so I actually have. I do have a reason to continue with them on this.
Preventing me from opening the vault. Take it out.
You haven't seen my short, you can basically just stand in here throwing this stuff inside. It's probably what you're intended to do. Because if you just try and run out there and do it, then you'll just miss.
Wow, talk about efficiency. All right, let's evacuate quickly. Darn it, light bearers. They're jamming our transmat program. We need to get the vehicle back to the initial transmat platform and fast.
See what? I do not like how these voices are. Like, the more I hear them, the less I like them. It was interrupted because it was running over a player. Feels really laggy right now. Normally it's a bit smoother. You're riding right on top of it. Welcome to any, I don't know, like, if I should say new viewers, or just people who are now viewing who were not viewing a few minutes ago. Welcome to the stream. Today we vibe. You have a little bit of, talking more quietly.
You're pretty good at this looting stuff, haha. Don't worry though, light bearers. Robbing from alien robbers isn't really robbery.
I do know, as far as chill games go, I wonder what kinds of games people would be interested in seeing beyond Destiny Rising. Because I know I do some Destiny stuff that people are good with, but I wonder if the people who like my Destiny Rising stuff are just Destiny players who play Destiny Rising, or if it's gacha players who like Destiny Rising. Because it's not the only gacha I play. I know right now I'm catching up in the Wuthering Waves story stuff. Like 2.4 or something. So I guess I could always stream that if that is a thing people are interested in. I'm down with really whatever though. I mostly do this to just hang out. Here. Burning these flowers real quick. So I don't come into this location very often actually. I come in here to fish rather than to do anything else. It's not very common that I get a commission to come in here. Yes.
Be sure to check your progress for all ongoing tasks.
I forgot that you're supposed to go in the door, not jump out like that. I realized when I looked at the ground and realized that it was way less detailed than the water that would be elsewhere. Stupid. Give me a second. Yes, I am stupid. I went the wrong way. That's why I've never been over here for one of these. It's because I wasn't supposed to be over here to begin with.
Be sure to check your progress for all ongoing tasks.
Is that her? Boxes are a little funny.
Hunting void. Peace and quiet.
As you can see, she can increase the damage by quite a bit. It's to the extent that she does like 100k damage per shot on her sniper hits. Which, considering that's roughly the same amount of damage that Atal was able to do. And that was after everything that I had Atal like do. That's a very nice. It's also for the whole team. Because it's not that she deals increased damage, it's that the enemies take increased damage from everything that's of that value. So yeah, the game. Then, let's see. Let's just go out into some random wilderness. Give it a few minutes. Ready?
Here's today's agenda.
I guess that doesn't really matter, does it?
Be sure to check your progress for all ongoing tasks.
You know what? Something we can actually do.
Any plans
Don't
today?
they do the updates in game for this game? I'm curious to see what they changed.
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
It's probably under notice, but yeah. Okay, so maintenance notice for this week. I can do some good old, I don't know, ASMR reading of it, whatever. Dear Lightbearers, to provide a better experience, we will perform update maintenance on the 25th at 2 a.m. UTC-7, during which the Destiny Rising servers will be down and Lightbearers will be unable to log into the game. Please schedule your game time accordingly. The compensation is normal. Update content. New events. Morgan's Hunt event starts on the 26th. The all-new, more challenging version of Morgan's Prey, Morgan's Hunt, kicks off. In these new stages, Morgan will give Lightbearers a score goal to meet each round, accumulate enough points to meet the ever-growing goal, and claim rewards from Morgan's Horde for successful clears. Rewards. Precious keys will be awarded for completing specified rounds. Complete the activity to use your earned keys, opening random chests for generous rewards, including a chance to claim a particularly special reward, a certain lost exotic weapon. So this lost exotic weapon, that could be nice. 2. Complete event challenges to earn even more great rewards, including Bon Voyage charms, the standard draws, and Mobius clusters. Very nice. 3. Lightbearers who rank on the leaderboard will also receive rewards based on their tier. The top 30% can claim a limited time chat frame, Morgan's Hunt, for 14 days. They must be team level 71 or higher to participate. Match scores must be higher than 30,000 points to qualify for the leaderboard. Number 2, Sparrow Racing event starts. Ration. It is from October 2nd to October 16th, so it's a 2-week event. Event intro. Race to the top of the limited time leaderboard. During the event, take part in match-made Sparrow races to race on specified tracks. Complete challenges to redeem an exclusive Sparrow. Okay, cool. I don't need to really read through every little bit of it. This has a leaderboard as well. New shop additions. Okay, this looks like, yeah, that's just an ornament. Optimizations and adjustments. Ooh, nice. So swords have been buffed pretty considerably. They do more damage. Wait, they have more ammo, deal more damage, and they get more ammo more frequently. They also deal better with impact Shinka shields, which makes sense because you have to really get up in there. They made Gallows a lot easier to use for Estella mains as well, because now it charges on the firing of the shot, not on the hit of the shot, which should make it so that you're firing them out more quickly. Not necessarily more frequently, but more quickly. Pumpkin is here to say hi to stream. He is now in my lap, throwing up a storm and meowing at me because he's angry that I'm giving attention to something that isn't him while he is in the room. He's just here vibing, don't worry about it. Huh. Also looks like they improved the finisher effect. Pumpkin, chill out. They made it so Onslaught rewards a ghost ornament. Okay. Interesting. The drop quantity of legendary quality weapons at reward level 5 and Onslaught activity rewards is increased. Enhance the drop rate of certain rewards in Pack Hunt. At reward level 5 and above, large Stronghold weekly progress rewards in Pack Hunt have a low chance to drop exotic weapons of lost lore. Okay. And Pack Shop now offers a new exchange item, an elemental fruit selection box. That's pretty nice. The Gwyn storyline was optimized. They fixed a bunch of bugs with the Expanse leaderboard, with login issues, stuff like that. Okay, cool. So pretty standard update. Nothing crazy, nothing insane. At least as far as I can tell. If it were something crazy, or if it were something insane, then who knows? We might have a light problem on our hands. But so far, it doesn't seem like they have any interest in doing any crazy stuff. So, gamers, now that we have read the weekly notice, let's get gaming. Something that we could do pretty easily as well here
Here's today's agenda.
is I could try and just load into
Here.
what's it called and make use of it. I wonder if I could showcase to you guys exactly what I was talking about. So I'm not going to do it in Eclipse because I would rather do it in a group of people who are not very well coordinated, because this is pre-mades only. So I want to see how this is going to work in a group of people who have ideally no idea what they're doing. So let's load into Azaka's Tabernacle. I see Wu Ming has the Estella card for sale. Oh, does he now? I'll have to take a look at that. I do like my good old card game in this. Gotcha. So I'll see what she does. I assume she probably just summons stuff now. Maybe it's a sustained summon card if it's an exotic. I know there was an exotic card I wanted to look at the other day, but I probably didn't get enough mats for it regardless. A lot of the cards are interesting. I do hope they keep building more in that game. I would like if they introduced certain faction abilities and stuff like that at some point. Continue matchmaking. I'm not about to launch the activity with 4 people. I don't mind waiting for a minute if it means that I'm getting people in for some good old-fashioned testing. It's also really interesting. I find it very interesting that they consider needing to wait 2 minutes for 6 people to raid. The 100 tokens. Okay, gotcha. I should be able to get that relatively quickly then. Probably a couple of days. Yeah, so it's an exotic card, which is nice. But yeah, it's interesting that this game considers waiting for 2 minutes to be like too long for matchmaking. Like they'd rather you load it in with less people than is necessary to do the activity. Okay, so here's Umako. Here's my setup on her. I'm way less power than most of the people here. Oh, and some unlocked. Cool. Kind of a classic moment. I think it fills people in, but still, it's slightly annoying.
Focus your strength, and we'll repel these invaders.
Up, and now we're loading in with 4 people because someone else left too.
Stay
I wonder if
and don't miss anything important.
yeah, if we end up with 3 people left in here, then I'll just redo matchmaking. I wonder why some people come into these activities with such like a poor That's too loud though. Let me know. Because I know I'm real quiet, so if I need to turn them down, I'll turn them down. Because like I feel really proficient at dealing with this stuff. It's unfortunate. I'd rather not have to what am I doing? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, no one else is shooting at these guys, it's fine.
An ally is down. Sing up.
So this is one of the new people. keep doing this. This person looks like they're about to... Oh. Oh, sick. I didn't even realize that that was... Oh, cool, Stream L once. Thanks for the sub. I set up a bunch of alerts for the Twitch and YouTube since I multi-stream. And I know the channel has quite a history, but I haven't streamed for very long on it. So I'm not sure what works and what doesn't yet. So cool. Alrighty. Hoping I don't have to be the one to... Okay, cool. Yeah, big old thumbs up. Heal a little bit. I will say, she does heal. It's not that she doesn't heal, but she doesn't heal a lot, so you do have to be kind of careful. A lot of the healing is going to be to keep yourself from dying, basically. Ping this. Do have impact characters, they just seem to not be doing what they would ought to do. Hit you with this. This is solid. Okay. So as soon as she goes in, I think the Overlord or Overseer start going. Solid.
Anyone wanna get lazy bones over there back up? Our mission's not over yet. Keep going.
Damn, these things are looking almost exclusively at me and the guy behind me. What's up? So they want us to attack the back and the side. Okay, well, let's hope. Okay.
An ally's down.
It's a little... Oh, they died in a rough spot. I hope the other one can get them out.
Chin up.
Never mind,
Still
we're
got a
good.
chance.
Okay, so let's see where we're going here. So I'm trying to really get this build going. So I'm shooting for almost 200k per hit, by the way. Yeah, that's crazy. We did have 3 Stellas, so... But I'm gonna do the math after that. So, here. That was with 3 people who had never done the encounter before? Really? Okay. That name is crazy, but alright. Like, Primal Instinct is the only medal you can give someone with that name. Okay, so... I had higher healing. Oh, my damage is actually pretty high. Wow, holy. So, yeah. So basically, the only conclusion I can really come to here. So, the lowest person in our group did over 1 million damage with just a couple of really simple mythic weapons. So if I'm gonna break down the math for y'all real quick on this build, because of the way Umika works, so she buffs her own damage, obviously. In this case, like. So, what do you call it? I don't know why I'm doing that. So I have the buff increase on her because I already have a debuff increase, and she also applies stuff like void healing and all that. So I figured that might work. I have no idea yet. But the main thing we're looking at is Shadow Scars, which is a 6% damage bonus. This inflicts 4 stacks of it, which immediately brings them up to like 24 something percent, probably like 25% damage. And then if I throw these, it also, what do you call it? It also like can help keep it up. It can't apply more because it can only apply 3 or 4, right? So keep that in mind. The max you can get is what you'll get from her ult. And that is a 25% damage bonus, but that's not for you. That's for everyone in the entire group. So if you're in a big boss like phase like that, Umiko seems like just one of the best ever options that you can get. Okay, let me check out this guy's card. Let me see what it does. Card vendor. Oh, maybe it's random, because I don't see it here. So it might be that you have different cards than me, at least off of a glance. Probably, yeah, Polaris Lance and Magoichi, because Magoichi is way better than Izanagi's right now. I don't know if it's because they've intentionally just kept, because the thing is like with Izanagi's, it's just going to be straight damage. So if it does less damage than other options, it's just going to be worse. You know what I mean? So right now, Magoichi most certainly does more damage than Izanagi's. So Izanagi's is just outright worse. What? I'm on the Apex server. Is it server based? The cards? I'm on the whatever servers the US is on, basically. North America, I think. NA. So but yeah, I'm running a total lockdown with allocation vector, because allocation vector is good enough to carry it even if you've only got one mythic perk. So it's really, really nice. And then I have Nito Ryu because this is also pretty nice. So yeah. Could be, yeah. Alrighty. Well, it might be individual. That might be what it is. It might just be random per person.
Any plans today? Here's today's agenda.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Check your progress for all
I'll do another one of those, because I mean, if it's one facing, you know what I mean? That's probably the fastest encounter right now. Might do 2 more. Who knows? Pumpkin is just here sabotaging everything right now, by the way. Just so you guys are aware. He has absolutely zero patience for anything that isn't him being pet while I'm here. And he might not realize I'm recording or streaming because I'm speaking so quietly. Because usually he like gets it. And so he'll chill out.
Focus your strength, and we'll repel these invaders.
Someone in the chat said, "Ready up, Unk." That's funny.
An unrestricted, powerful force. This must be punished.
Oh, y'all really have no patience to wait for a minute and 30 seconds. Not even, it's like 30 seconds. Okay, I'll take a look at it after this encounter.
An ally is down.
Crazy damage.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah, Imago Ichi with Pranayama on Lumiko is so nice.
You're out of your league.
Really need a whole lot of ammo for the very end, assuming we won phase. I mean, we don't have any Estelas, so I guess this will be the proper test of how good Lumiko is for this. It's like, you know, because Gwen is pretty good for damage too, but most of the Gwens I get against Asakas don't do as well, because Gwen has a little bit, like, you need to be a little bit more aware of the combo with her. Estella's combo is a lot easier to do, even if you don't practice it at all. I don't know why I'm already jumping, it's the first phase, but shoot it, guys. Solid. One is damaged, so we're game. Oh, but I did just get jumped on. That's funny. Someone might grab me? Yep, this Tan 2 is going. What's up, gamers? Crazy amounts of damage, by the way, because of this.
Anyone wanna get lazy bones over there back up? Sino.
Or you will. Let's get these overseers down. Seeing the Yoder just run away from them is funny. Let's just cover a little bit. There we go. No one else is shooting at them. Okay. Back. Okay. Both of his rears. That's one. You going at the other? So I'm dealing 250,000 damage every sniper shot right now. Yeah, we almost one-phased that with no Estella. So, damage-wise, I can certainly say that I'm pleased with the setup. Because I know I did hella damage during that phase. I don't know if I did overall a ton of damage, but I definitely did a lot of damage during that boss phase. I mean, we can end the final fight with the scout rifle. It's not gonna be too much of a worry here. Yeah, I keep forgetting I need to move. Or jump up. It's funny, I was jumping up more during the first phase.
Peace and quiet.
Okay. Sure. I'm not gonna be bothered by that. As long as somebody's shooting it. Who it is matters less to me. Okay. Now we just gotta hope that they really mark the right one. Because if they mark the wrong one, they will wipe the red. Oh, sick. I wasn't getting shot at and then I died. So cool. I guess it like insta-swapped me, then murdered me. Solid. Is there a reason? Okay, well, I was wondering why they were shooting. Maybe it's a lag thing. Because it looked like they were shooting that way before it was called. It could also be to VC with that person though. Yeah. Yeah, so the combination of a Tan 2 buffing our damage with an Umiko making the enemy take more damage, absolutely, like, solid. Another Gallows? Really? Oh, and I got an Ultimatum Pulse Rifle with... Ew, I don't like this perk, by the way. Like, this perk being a mythic is so unfortunate. Like, increasing body shot damage gradually increases to that of precision hits. So to that of like a normal precision hit. You have this, there are damage perks that cause body shots to do more damage than this perk. And this perk only works on body shots. Which is extremely unfortunate. I mean, that's fine. Like, yeah. Conjugation. If I were to use it on someone like Estella, then that would be like a pretty good option. Yep. Let's give you Saint's Favorite. A good old Gwen. So let's take a look. Yeah, okay, so 15% team damage. Conjugation is a funny name for a fantasy weapon. It's not even the name of a fantasy weapon, Tulip. It's the name of a perk on a fantasy weapon. It's a perk on a gun. That's literally what it is. Oh yes, and Rob, you told me to look at the Shadow Shaper stuff by editing my deck, so let me do that real quick. So let me edit this. Edit. Page 13. See here. Okay. When played, grants a unit power equal to 2 times the number of units in opponent's front row. Interesting. Okay. So this is probably a really good setup for, like, if you want to combat, you know how, like, so my deck is set up with the whole, you put down the catch and a fallen drag with a fallen captain, and boom, my whole front row is filled with units that are all like 3 or 4 power. That's probably a way to handle that to an extent. The person in front of me is playing in Estella and dancing. But yeah, so that seems like it could be a pretty good counter. I do think there are other 6 energies that are probably, I don't know, they might be better. It depends, because she's also 13 power on her own. But that means if you go second, 1 wolf and she is completely gone. And that's a huge loss versus someone who increases the power of all your units in general. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of the better setups, because if you grab that and then you throw a wolf in there, a wolf or 2 wolves if you have them, you can maintain that setup while also denying other people's stuff. And yeah, Tulip, here, let me pull up the weapon properly. So here we are. So you've got Estella here. First of all, modify, rescale, exotic refinement. There we go. So when I get the materials for, when I get enough exotic weapon infusion cores from running the campaign this week and doing the mentor shop stuff. Speaking of which, I'm already sold out, so it's whatever. But when I do get the materials I need, I can get exotic catalyst level 2 for her, which is nice because I have a duplicate. So this is an ultimatum, which, let's read my current setup first, right? So I've got Solidarity, which this one's not great, by the way. This Solidarity is not a great perk. Nearby allies' final blows grant this weapon 8% damage and 8 range for 8 seconds. Stacks 5 times, right? It's not an amazing perk. I don't like it very much. Ensured yields. This one's a bit better. Final blows grant the next magazine 75% damage. It's just a flat buff, and all you have to do is get a kill and then reload, right? But if no final blows were made, it still gives a 45% damage bonus depending on the number of hits landed. So this still gives me a good buff. And the lowest, the absolute lowest this can give me is 45% damage every other magazine, right? Assuming I'm not like just whiffing my shots. So I have this one, this pulse rifle. Conjugation, 20% damage bonus. So this does less damage than the absolute minimum I can get on this perk. Which is not bad because it's always active, right? It's not terrible. But then you have Steady State. I don't know who designed this perk and thought, yeah, that should be a mythic. Because not only, from what it says here, it says body shots damage gradually increases to that of precision hits based on the number of rounds used, reaching the same amount of damage as precision shots when the magazine is emptied. This means that by the time you're at the bottom of your magazine, the damage is equal to a precision shot. Now, this, first of all, this is only on body shots. So if you do actually hit your headshots, this perk does literally nothing. In addition to that, how much, I need to, you know what, let me put it on just for the sake of, let's go to the firing range real quick. Because this perk looks absolutely horrific. It looks terrible. It looks like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But who knows? Maybe precision shots deal like 2 billion damage with this weapon. I don't know. It's going to be consistent anyway because it's got conjugation on it, which is just a flat damage bonus. So if we go up in here, let's pull out a random servitor, right? There's a guy. So 958. Okay. So that's going to be like a 30% damage bonus, like a 33%-ish damage bonus. What about the Furies and Scorched Earth? So Furies and Scorched Earth, I still think is really good. It's better if your Furies is more upgraded. But I have this funny problem called I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't have the Battle Pass, which means I have 1 copy of Furies 3 and no way to get any more of them. Because Furies 3 is tied to the Battle Pass. It's not a dropped exotic elsewhere. So I have no way to upgrade this weapon. Unless I pay for the Battle Pass, which I'm not going to do, because for me, it's not fun to play these games. They will probably eventually add Furies to the loot pool. But for now, it's a Battle Pass weapon, just like any other stuff. So I can get 1 copy of it for free by doing the Battle Pass. And what'd you say, Tulip? It's not fun to play these games or grind these games. I think it's fun to play and grind them, but I don't think it's fun to pay stuff to pay and grind them. So if you are free to play and you have a Gallows and you have the ability to get duplicates, I think Gallows is better, especially because, and I read it earlier, so I can go over it again. Let me pull it up real quick. So if you look at the notice, they give us like the weekly updates of the things they changed. Let me check real quick. So they said it right down here, optimizations and adjustments. They buffed Gallows. So Gallows used to make its little void explosions based on hits instead. Now it charges when shots are fired. So what this means is 2 different things. First, it's faster, period, because it is now charging sooner. However, it also technically means that you could potentially get more shots out of it if you miss. Because if you were able to hit a shot before, that was the only way to charge it up. And so if you missed, you would get nothing. Versus now, it's just whenever you shoot something, period. Whenever you shoot the gun.
Even the most terrifying flames cannot stop you. Go. Your enemy awaits.
Let me check some of this up. There we go. But yeah, so yeah, because Estella really needs a buff. I mean, it's buffing the worst playstyle for her, I guess, if you think about it that way. Like, if you're going full meta, Furies is, with Scorched Earth, is still considered slightly better. So it's just buffing the playstyle that is less popular and is more free-to-play friendly, if you want to think about it that way. Which, I'm totally fine with that, personally.
For those who would recognize.
Now, I think it's also, I think something that's really important for people to understand. So when you look at our roster, right? Look at our roster of characters, okay? So if you look here, not many of these characters are pure damage. Estella might be the only one. And even then, she's not pure damage because self-healing exists. Maybe, you know what? Ikora is the only pure damage character, maybe. Because I didn't see anything in here that gives her healing. I didn't see her anything that gives any utility to anyone in your team at all, other than maybe the control aspect. Like, maybe. Which, that could be argued, because she's not the only character that can do that, either. So, and you see how Ikora is received as pure damage character. She doesn't deal enough damage to make up for the lack of utility. You have to, when you have a character who doesn't give their team any utility, any unique utility, everyone has a little bit of supporter utility for the most part, and I think it's because you have to be able to play them solo, Tulip. Because certain activities require you to do high-end content solo, and you don't build teams in this game like you would in a gacha, in a normal gacha, where you build like a team with like 3 or 4 units, or 4 to 5, I guess. This game doesn't have that. You play your character, right? You play one character. So they have to have a little bit of something to keep them around so that they don't get nuked. So for Estella, she really is almost all damage. And because of that, she's actually the most at-risk character, in my opinion, of getting power crept. Just because, and it's not even that I think they're going to just keep adding characters that deal more damage. I think it's that if they add a character that does almost as much damage as Estella, but has more utility for their team, that character will be better than Estella, even though it does less damage.
Always a better solution.
In the same way that if you see raid teams, you didn't see raid teams that were just 6 Estellas. You saw plenty of raid teams that were a ton of different characters that weren't Estella, even though Estella does so much more damage so easily. There is a reason for that. Here, let me look at it for you. Or, well, not look at it, but... So, here, this team, it's got 3 Estellas in it. This is the team with the most number of Estellas that I saw. And yes, they have the #1 time. But if Estella were so absolutely crazy, we would have been looking at 6 Estellas here. Maybe 5 Estellas and 1 Umiko. But the borderline of it is, the only thing she can be there for is damage. She really can't do anything else for your team. Wonder, I need to make sure there's more. Yeah, so you have the standard 3 comp. Seems like most of them were the same setup, yeah. Where you have 3 characters that each provide utility. Gwen provides utility and damage. Her being an impact is a bit of utility in and of itself, because most characters can't handle that. She has crazy overshields, so crazy solo survivability. Because she can apply so much overshield to herself. In addition to that, she does really, really good damage, right? Something of the sort, yeah, Tulum. So this team has 4, right? And they ranked 5th on the leaderboard. So it's not like you don't see Estella. She's the only pure DPS character we have. But what that means is, as we get more characters that are pure DPS, even if we're not like, what do you call it? Even if we aren't power creeping Estella, she will have more and more competition as time goes on. And whether or not that competition is easy to get, it will exist. So it's very important to understand that with these kind of games. She is not some like impenetrable character that's super overpowered or anything like that. She's probably the most at risk of being overtaken by new characters. You would think they would give her an ability negation ability. What do you mean by an ability negation ability? Tulip. Here, let me read what you said in full, in case I'm misunderstanding. So, you would think they would give her an ability negation ability. Yeah, explain to me what an ability negation ability is. Because that's a little bit of a funny sentence. And let me play with some more Umiko. She's a vibe.
There's no danger nearby. You can relax for a moment.
Could you check if there are any fishing spots nearby?
Umiko loves fishing. She's my main now. Is there no... Isn't this the zone for the... Yeah, I worded it poorly. Give me a sec. Okay. And then when you have, when you've worded out what you're thinking about, by the way, for the people on YouTube that might be slightly confused, I'm talking to Tulip. He is a good friend of the channel and a gamer over on Twitch. So, I'm talking to him through Twitch chat. That is why I'm reading everything that y'all say out loud for the most part, so that the other people can see it. Because, funny moment, Twitch, and mostly Twitch, but I think YouTube as well, they don't like when you show the chat for other channels or for other websites. So I think it's mostly Twitch though that has like the big problem with it.
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
Something similar to Sombra's hack or an EMP grenade. See, if they gave her that, she would be overpowered. If they gave her a way... Now, you also have to remember, this is mostly a PvE game. So...
Any plans today?
This game, if you were to give it a disable, what would it disable in PvE? And if it disabled nothing, it would be useless. Her problem, if you bring her into PvP, the problem that presents for the enemy team already is that she is a one-woman army. Because she can summon 3 little buddies and then a whole dragon. So you go from being shot at by one person to being shot at by four things and the person. That's where she gets her PvP stuff from. EMP would weaken enemy shields. Like damage enemy shields or like make them take more damage, period. Because she already has an effect like that. The problem is not that she doesn't have the effect. The problem is that every other character in the game also has an effect like that. Because she has an effect called Misfortune, and this causes her to have enemies take more damage because it applies another effect called Corrupt. But there's like 4 other characters that apply Corrupt, and we only have like 6 characters in the game that are mythics. We also have Umiko, who she applies a significantly more impactful damage vulnerability. Oh, I went the wrong one. Let me... So this.
There are plenty more challenges ahead.
Okay, well she's super dead. Well, that thing is super dead. Damage enemy shields. Like, I guess that could be fine, but it's not really useful in this game. If she were to just deal damage to enemy energy shields, first of all, you could just change your weapons, and any character could do that. Because if you deal damage to their shield with the same element, then the shield takes extra damage and breaks way faster. And even if you don't, to be honest, you can kind of just brute force it, and it barely takes you any extra time. The only exception is in match game modes, which it's like, yeah, you could kind of make an argument for it, and it might work, who knows. But yeah, I think it's just like one of those moments where you kind of gotta take stuff into full consideration, because it's just like, you know, a lot of people will call her overpowered, and in terms of pure damage, she is way stronger than anyone we have right now. But she's also like one of our only pure damage units that isn't just outright bad. Speaking of which, I need to put out a poll. I'm wondering if I should do it today or another day, because the whole deal, right? I don't know if y'all know about this, my YouTube watchers. If you notice, I usually put out about 3 posts a day, 2 to 3. This is because YouTube does not like it at all if you post more than that. So if I'm like, what do you call it? If I make like 15 shorts, for example, then when I go to post them, if I post all of them at the same time, the first 3 that I post of the day, the first 3 of anything that I post of the day, those will be treated completely fine by the algorithm. But the other 12 will be like fighting for spots with the first 3, by my understanding, right? Because of the way that YouTube does stuff. It's not that they won't be recommended to anyone, it's that my subscribers won't see them. They won't be put in their recommendations, which I think is a good thing, because let's say I was someone who did that, I would find that really annoying as a viewer. Like if I looked at my recommended page and I saw that this guy who I subscribed to because I watched like one stream that he liked, and it's like 15 of his videos in my recommended for the day, that would be annoying as all hell. But of course, downside, as the annoying guy, I can't just post a bunch of stuff, because then YouTube is like, people hate you now. No more recommending. So I just usually limit it to like 3 a day, so that it stays within that limit. So I posted a short before stream, and then I'm streaming. That's 2 already. So I'm debating between another short, either a guide or I broke up a video that I made that had some like funny moments into it.
But no match for me.
I broke that into a bunch of shorts because there are some particularly funny moments. Let's go.
Faster than anticipated. Well done.
So I'm debating between posting one of those shorts or making a poll on the next characters to do, because right now I'm doing Umiko and Kaber, because those are the 2 that were highly recommended. I have requests for, let me look. Ironically, the character that I have the most talents for, I have the least requests for, which is 0. So I have a request for Ikora. I have requests for Ningfei. I have several requests for Yulder. I have no requests for Xuanwei. Even though, it's really interesting. I think he looks really cool, right? And I've got so many of his talents. But I don't know what it is. When I played him, I didn't play him much, obviously, right? I don't have his stuff leveled up, really. I don't even have, like, yeah, his abilities are leveled up to, like, the minimum, right? But when I played him, even though he looks so cool, and he seems like he should be so cool, playing him just wasn't fun. I don't know, his abilities just weren't super interesting to me. Maybe it's just because you don't have a ton of need for a lot of the crowd control aspect, because you want to move so fast, right? So if you're going to play an arc character like that, you're almost better off choosing someone like Kaber because of the shields and stuff, and the blind. But yeah, so it's interesting.
Just a means to an end. Though I have to admit, it is fun seeing people all disoriented.
But yeah, alright, I've done enough of my random running around. I need to do more frontline stuff. But yeah, if there's any other questions people have build-wise and stuff, or like, oh yeah, I didn't even finish what I was talking about. Yeah, I've got requests for Kaber. I did a video on Atal already. I've gotten requests for Finale. I did a video on Gwyn, but people are requesting for another video on Gwyn since the Ring of Conversion changes, because mine was made and posted beforehand. I did a video on Tan 2. I did a video on Wolf. People want me to do another one on Wolf, but with a meme build, which I thought was funny. I did a video on Estella, and then I have a video on Umiko that should be going up roughly tomorrow. I say roughly. It will be going up tomorrow. So there's that. By the way, so Twitch has a bunch of different like sections and stuff and tags. And a part of me was so very tempted today because I'm aware, like, I don't know, I don't know if Tulip, if you can hear it, because I've got pretty good settings on my mic. Like, it's not a very good mic, but I have it set up in a pretty good way to where it kind of equalizes my audio. So I don't know if you can hear that I'm kind of whispering right now. I'm not really like talking at full volume. Does it sound like I'm whispering at the moment? Or like that I'm talking really quietly? At least from Twitch's end. Yeah, I forgot we have to do this now. Yeah, okay. Definitely talking in a lower tone. Yeah, because I'm being very, very quiet compared to how I would normally speak. But I just have a bunch of settings that equalize the audio on my mic, so it should be at almost the same volume, even though I'm talking so quietly. As long as I'm barely above the amount for the sensitivity, it should be roughly at that point. So, yeah. Yeah, so I was tempted because I am, okay, sounds okay. Yeah. So my voice revolted when I went to go, because I always do like, I don't know, I talk for like 5 minutes before I do stream. I literally just talk to myself and record it so that I can hear it. And my voice revolted this morning. It did not want me to speak how I would normally speak, because normally I project my dialogue a lot. So I tried doing that, it did not work. We got a dog just barking in the background. Yeah, so I was tempted. I was very tempted to just troll today. And when I say troll, I don't mean like, oh, we do a little bit of trolling like I did in the title, because the title on Twitch, because YouTube kind of punishes you for your title a lot more, but Twitch you can kind of put whatever you want. So I just put totally ASMR and not my voice revolting. That was the title, right? Or that was the second part of the title. But over on, but I was tempted to just extra troll, and I was going to put myself in the ASMR section and have it be guy plays video games while trying to pay attention to chat, gone wrong. And that was it. I did though. I did, yeah. Yeah, because I was like, damn, if I'm going to be whispering, I'm taking advantage of this. Because, I mean, I don't ever do normal ASMR stuff. I used to speak in a more normal tone on my YouTube. But people would, you know, yeah. I received some uncomfortable comments about it, and I was no longer comfortable with doing that on the YouTube channel. So, I will stick to not doing it on there. Jeez, Tulip. The wink emote is too much. Fully understandable. Yeah, I'm just vibing, you know what I mean? Like, it's the best emote ever. By the way, both Twitch subscribers and YouTube members, I don't know if you can see what the emotes are, Rob. Like, I don't know if there's a, because I know on Twitch you can, like, it shows you all the emotes for a sub if you were to sub. But I don't know if YouTube does it for members, because I can't look at my channel. I could make an alt and do it, but, like, I could get an alt and do that. But, for the most part, I can't, like, see it on my own, how you guys would see it. So, I have a bunch of member emotes that are just me taking pictures. Okay, if you could do that, Tulip, that would be great. I just have a bunch of emotes that are just me editing pictures of my cat, and it's not like actual editing where I'm like, you know, changing dimensions and stuff like people usually do for emotes. I literally just would take a screenshot of the funniest part of the image and cut it out, and that's it. So he really just makes, like, wild faces. Yeah, it does show them? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I did that very recently, because I didn't realize how easy it would be to just make emotes like that. 4 picks? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, 4 is the max it's letting me do. If I get, I don't remember how many it is, but, if you get more members and more subs, it lets you make more. So I have way more that I've made. I just haven't actually put them in because it doesn't let me on both sites. To keep things kind of fair, I made my follower emotes non-pumpkin related on Twitch. So they're just like, I don't know, little random old PNGs of my avatar. My profile avatar.
The target's shown themselves. Eliminate them, Umko.
Hunting void.
Did Deca just eat my ult? Or am I blind? It actually might have. Holy. Painful.
Unexpected.
Here you go, just dead.
Easy.
But yeah, so that kind of stuff I think is fun. So I've been having fun with that. No actual stream content wise, I know one thing I was discussing earlier, Tulip, though it's hard to know sometimes if I'm like talking to myself, if not a lot of people are talking in chat, because I can see, for example, how many viewers I have on both Twitch and YouTube, and some people will just lurk and they'll just chill. And by the way, I'm fine with that, but also sometimes I'm talking like a crazy person because I'm talking to myself. So be aware of that. And I won't even realize that I'm talking to myself. But one thing I was trying to figure out, I don't know how many people watch me for what reason, because I have a whole section of my community that is, for example, only Ascendant challenges. Like, these people have been subscribed for years, and they only watch Ascendant challenge videos and nothing else. I'm not fucking with you. They legitimately will not tune into any other content other than the Ascendant challenge, but they will sit there and watch the entire Ascendant challenge video every week. Or at least most of it. And then you have other people who are more general Destiny 2 gamers, right? They just watch all my Destiny 2 stuff. And then now that Destiny Rising is coming out, and I'm also playing and as such making content for this game, there's a whole separate group that is for Destiny Rising. I don't know where those people overlap, and in the same vein, I don't know where the people who watch me for Destiny Rising overlap with other gacha games, because this isn't the only gacha game that I play. An example of one that I really, really like and have gotten back into recently is like Wuthering Waves, for example. I'm like making my way through the 2.4 story of Wuthering Waves. So I could always do Wuthering Waves story streams, right? If that is something that people are interested in. If they want to see well, I say see, if you want to hear the way that I react and respond to that kind of stuff. But at the same time, you gotta upload an Ascent Challenge video. What, live streaming an Ascendant Challenge immediately after? That would be insane. It would be funny though. I already do 2 of them a week. Because, so one is the video, and then I post a short that's a completely different separate recording. Because I have to do it in a totally different style if I do a short. I can't just, for an Ascendant Challenge video, I either go all in on describing all of the strats and everything, or I do a short that's like 40 seconds for the whole challenge. Because most of the people who are watching the short don't need very much explanation. Or I use the short to funnel them into the video, not the other way around. To funnel more people into the video. The damage on this is very nice. Short into YouTube video into live stream. So I don't really do that quite. So the issue with that, like I mentioned before, is the 3 video a day limit that YouTube instills for the like notifying your subscribers. Because I've actually tried doing that before, and then I realized that I was going over the limit, and I was thinking like, why is it not being pushed? And that's why, because I'm going over that limit, and so my stuff just wasn't being pushed out as much, and it was fighting with itself. Basically, my channel was fighting with itself over what was being promoted. So I was cannibalizing my own viewership, basically. And something that what do you call it? Something that I do right now, at least, is I'll post a short about 5 minutes before I go live. Then I'll link my live stream to the short as a related video. So like right now, I have a short. I don't know how it's doing. I could probably check in a minute. But if someone were to look at the short, they could then see
A decent talent, but no match
they
for me.
could then see my stream, my YouTube stream, linked to it. And so they could come here straight from the YouTube stream. Straight from the short thing. And alrighty, brother man. Enjoy your lurking. I should probably make a command for that.
I've organized the recent news for you.
That might have some utility to it. Thinking
Check the progress for all ongoing tasks.
doing another one of these. Another one. No, I'll save one for paper, I think. I guess I could do one on paper.
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
Well, yeah, so something,
The one
oh yeah,
who died
something I
might
could
be-
actually have some fun with here. Hello, pumpkin. So, got good old Gwen over here. She is kind of chilling.
Gwen, when did you show up? Me? Nothing. I just got a scam call.
Oh, interesting. Wait, what? Oh. Alright. So right now, I'm gonna rock some extra potency to healing and overshields. My movement abilities will heal. Casting ability give a damage bonus, and then signature abilities give weapon damage. That's just a pretty simple one. then I am going to bring her. Oops, I need to properly put her. Yeah, let's select her. Oh yeah, let me favorite her because I like her a lot.
Could you check if there are any fishing spots nearby?
So I've actually never used these yet. I only just got them in Serta. So let's take them into something pretty easy. I mean, something pretty easy that I could take them into. Probably some Realm with the 9 Chaos. Yeah, let's do that. Though, I'm trying to figure out. Vibe to the music for a second while I make sure that I'm not doing something stupid. Definitely am doing something stupid. So a part of what I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to I guess, parse out. The dogs are all going nuts. Oh, I'll be real. So Jelly, 200, 300 strikes. Yeah, I've done so many of the basic strikes. The, what do you call it? The, like, the ones without pinnacle energy, right? I've spent, so if you look back on some of the streams, I've spent a bunch of time off stream, obviously. But a lot of the time when I'm not really doing a whole lot on stream, I'm either fishing or I'm doing strikes. But something that has actually been really good for me that I'm going to recommend to you right now, when you have these boosted iron commanders, use them all on strikes or gauntlets. Don't use them on anything else. It's just like, because the difference between running, so this is what running a normal strike gives you, right? You get one chance at all of these things, right? But when you do it as an iron commander, even though it's still the same percentage, you have up to 2 of all of them, which has the potential to be really significant. I haven't gotten to exotics yet, but having 2 rolls at 3% is a lot better than having 1. You know what I mean? Especially if it's 1 at 1%, because it doesn't show it here, but the chances of getting one are not very high on a standard level. So I do highly recommend. Maybe have I made a video on iron commanders yet? Because that might be something that's really necessary. You've been sending them on strikes only? Yeah, that's a good idea. Because for me, right, I have 2-tailed fox, I have Borealis, I have Concerta. I really need a Polaris Lance. Like, for the amount that I play Tantu, for the amount that I play Umiko, I really want a Polaris Lance. For the raid, I have an Izzy, and I have a Royal Contraband, and I have an old Prefect. I don't have Jotun, and I don't have Heir Apparent, but I also don't really want either of them. To be fully honest with you, like, neither of them are super crazy to me. Heir Apparent is fine, but like, the thing with Heir Apparent is you're kind of in this funny spot where this shield is clearly great at PvP, right? Except most of the best characters at PvP in this game are already arc characters. So if you're trying to run this against a bunch of Ning Feis with the crossbow, right? Because the crossbow was nerfed. You have all others on that list in 2 Polaris Lances. Crazy, yeah. Yeah, like, but yeah, like if you're trying to run a bunch of Ning Fei against a bunch of Ning Feis with an heir apparent, you're just gonna get shredded anyway. Like, it's not gonna matter. Oh, I just realized we're actually really close to the affiliate goal. Because I'm technically, I don't know, Twitch is messing with me, man. Because I'm not an affiliate technically. Like, there's nothing that indicates me as being an affiliate. Aside from the fact that I have like almost all of the affiliate perks, but it keeps telling me when I use other ones that I'm not an affiliate yet, which is really weird. So they've just decided for some reason that I'm like a half affiliate. I don't know how normal that is or not. So, but yeah, if you guys do want to help me get affiliate, hop over to the Twitch, same name as here, and then follow, and then you don't have to do literally anything else. If you have an account, obviously. Don't make a Twitch account for me. That's that's gonna be a whole lot of hassle for you. Something I could do. I could do some of this. But I also want to test some fun stuff out. I also want to test some fun stuff out. I think on Caper, let me look at what I've got for him and what I know about him, right? He's gonna be... Ooh, this with the recovery boost is actually pretty nice. And then I think he'd be good with, yeah, something like this. Because having the extra damage resistance will make him a lot tankier. I'm gonna try to do this quickly because I know y'all are sitting here waiting for me to be finished. Oh, this is level 60. I was sitting here like, why are the stats so bad on this? Okay, that was funny. Okay, I'm so stupid. I was sitting here looking at it like, why are the stats so hot garbage? And the reason why is because they are. Okay, so I am gonna do some Gwyn gaming in this. So anything else? I'm gonna bring her to the arc mode. I'm gonna change all this up. Why not? I think having this will be good. Oops, I should probably put all of it in first. So, where is evolution? So that I can double stack. Oh, never mind, I already had it. Inverted Fury would be pretty good on him. See, he should be shielded most of the time, especially with the barrier that he can put up. And then this is good, yeah. A lot of units, by the way, really benefit from finding a way to proc Unrelenting Evolution because of the damage resistance. They also benefit really nicely from Bellicose Planetesimal. Like, if it's a unit that you're going to be using a lot of their abilities, then Bellicose Planetesimal is really nice, just because of the bonus damage. It's for a short time, but you can manage it. Yeah, I'm gonna want to magic minded this girl. Or an equal might be better too. Because I don't mind taking more damage if I'm dealing way more damage too. So. Okay, let's get this going. Should be totally good without anything like that.
Nothing is more anticipated than this. Preparations before judgment.
I would say all of this is pretty much fine. It's not like I can use it for anything else. I'll take some cleave.
There are still so many criminals at large, but they won't be sitting pretty for long.
Ironically, one of the slowest parts, at least for me, once I start ramping the ability stuff, it gets a lot easier. Well, I shouldn't say easier. It's never really hard to do this. Just gotta load in on master difficulty and get free rewards. I need to learn the better combos for her and stuff. I know one of the big ones is like, because it's like I know to an extent what they are. So like I know the using the final blows and then using that to swap to fill the magazine on your heavy. Hot minute. Yeah. Yeah, super nice damage increase. Just from Cadenza. Good job. Ooh.
Memento mori.
I love accidentally pressing the wrong button, but don't worry about it, it's fine. Kind of a servitor moment. I'm washed, by the way.
This is what you get for committing evil before me. A boring place and a boring time. Nothing
Let's
new
use some
under the
more
sun,
energy here.
as always.
Gaming. And gaming. Okay, well. Into another we go.
I hear it. Death's footsteps.
something impact related. Let's buff up my weapons. Increased ammo, why not? Yeah, nothing. I'll take this one though. Shockwave is nice.
Get ready to welcome the Reaper, worms!
I wonder if that's said to everyone or just the hive. Because it would be pretty cool if they only said that to the hive. But if they say it to everyone, then, you know, it's a little bit less cool.
Let's go. Judgment won't come unexpectedly.
Here we vibe. This cleaves straight through the shield, by the way. Fat finger.
Did you taste that? The taste of rust. It lingers on your tongue.
Ew. I don't like the idea of rust on my tongue.
Medium. I'm bored out of my skull.
Okay. Ooh. This not so much, but the first two. The first two are very nice. So, I don't want to bore you guys too much, and I also don't want to make my own experience just get murdered. So, we're back out.
The golden age is long gone, but the caber age.
But the caber age is just getting started. I don't remember. That's what he says or not. Ooh, this actually seems like a really, really good one. Okay. I think it's fine. I mean, yeah. Okay, cool. So